Really pleased with the win. I think this time of the year is always challenging for these young men. They're always looking forward to going home at Christmas and coming out of finals. And for the effort that we put in this week in practice, we felt pretty confident that we'd have two pretty good efforts in the game. So I thought we got off to a great start tonight. I think that kept us going. A couple lulls in the middle of the first and second half offensively, which going forward obviously are things we need to clean up. But I think the beginning of the first half really, we pushed to a double-digit lead and kind of kept it there. And then right at the beginning of the second half, I think we pushed it to 19. And then we were able to hang on. So really pleased for our guys going home with our heads above water at Christmas, and especially with the personnel challenges and the adversity that we faced. Really happy for them that we were able to get this one tonight.
Bill, with the personnel change, you're talking about some of the players that are injured, banged up, waiting to come back until after Christmas break and everything. How difficult has it been to find the right group of 5 guys out there that can make things happen for you with those key players on the bench?
One thing that we thought coming into this season, I think it's proved to be true, is we felt like we were really, really deep. We really looked at our roster and we felt like everybody was capable of playing, and most guys have gotten a chance to show us one way or another. Sometimes it's different guys each night, but a great thing has been is even some of our returning guys that have played for 3 and 4 years, if they're having a night where they're struggling or not playing hard or not doing what we're supposed to, like we don't feel any sense of, man, we got to leave them in there. Like, we'll just give somebody else a chance. So I guess the positive thing has been is it's probably given some other guys more minutes than maybe they would have gotten, but still, I would have liked to have been, you always want to be full strength. So hopefully coming back out of the Christmas break, we'll get some of those guys back and then see where they can take us.
You open up conference play when you get back. You got Maryville coming in here just after the new year and everything. How strong are they? What do you anticipate there?
Our league is doing really well right now. Really well. This is probably the strongest non-conference season our league has had in maybe since I've been here. I think Maryville's 8-2 or 7-2 right now. So they've played a good strong schedule. So I think if you look across the USA South, everybody has played challenging schedules, and we have a bunch of teams that are 8-1, 8-2, 7-3. And really, I think everybody is right at 500 or a game below, and it's only 1 or 2 teams that's below. It's like our league is going to be. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I noticed the standings. They show the wins, losses in the league and overall, and they also have the streaks going. And it looks as though everybody in the league's got a streak going right now. I think maybe one school has 1 loss in the last streak.
Yeah, I think our league has like I said, I think this is one of the best non-conference years we've had. In my memory, so I'm excited to see what happens when we turn the calendar to 2016.
Is Marvin Wilson just on a pretty good shooting streak, or?
Well, I think we shot the ball really well early from the perimeter and really well late, kind of in the middle there. I think everybody struggled a little bit. We talked about at halftime. We thought we were shooting too many threes. I still think the ones that we took in the second half were not great until I think the 2 that we made at the end were okay. But Marvin, he plays so hard and puts himself into positions to make shots that he can make because of how hard he plays. He gets himself to open, and then guys can either skip it to him or penetrate and kick it to him. And when he gets his feet set, he's as good a shooter as anybody. So, but he gets his looks because of how hard he cuts without the ball. So,
speaking of the fact that you've played a lot of people through these first 9 games, do you want to pare down your roster come league play or your rotation, or
I think because I
think
think
even when you are healthy, or is it going to?
I still think we're going to play 10, 11, 12 guys, and I think that's going to help us because it gets, again, it becomes a challenge, and it's a challenge for everybody. But those 2 weeks those 2 months when you come back, it's a grind because you're playing 2-3 nights a week. Traveling midweek some, and then once school starts back, it's a grind for those kids, January, February. So the more that we can play, the fresher that we can be, the more guys that are playing stay engaged, and then hopefully we can get to where we're playing our best basketball down the stretch, use our depth to our advantage. Like I think our depth was to our advantage tonight because coming into the game, they really only play 7 guys that play double-digit minutes, so we really felt like our depth was going to help us tonight.
are you glad that you've got an extended break, or would you like to have a game in between?
We always had
That right after,
yeah,
in between the holidays.
This break is about the same that it's always been for us. I'd like to get a non-conference game in before we play conference, but with us playing January 3rd, I mean, you're looking at, you got to play probably the 31st or 30th, and then you're talking about bringing these guys back 26th or 27th. So, when we're playing as late as it is the 19th, and some years we play the 20th, we like to not bring them back until 28th, 29th, so that they can get a couple extra days at home. So, it would have been nice to try and get one, but it's I'm okay with how our schedule is. I think it's regardless, we need to be ready to play whoever it is. So the fact that it's a conference game and a conference home game, I mean, there's a lot on the line. You got to win those games. So we'll be, when we get back and start talking about basketball again in late December, we'll hopefully have a sense of urgency, and our guys will understand the importance of every game, night in, night out, but especially the ones that are here.
Can you make the turn at 5-4? Can you put that in some sort of perspective, or do you think you should be? Is there a game you stolen, one that you didn't think you should have, that you stole, that got, and you blown a few that you think you ought to be better than 5-4?
I mean, I think we've been in every game. I think every game we've been in could have gone. I mean, this was probably the most comfortable win we've had, but it still wasn't comfortable because they cut it to 8 with a minute and a half to go or so. But we led by double digits most of this game. So this was a game that we felt really good about. We've been in every game. I mean, I think our offense really struggled against Randolph. I would have liked to have seen if we could have made some shots that night. Really all of them. I mean, and then the ones we've won. I mean, especially early. Those were one possession games. I mean, they could have gone either way. So, yeah, I mean, obviously we would love to be 6-3 or 7-2 or 8-1 or 9-0, but with the challenging schedule that we've had and the personnel issues that we've had, I mean, I think the one thing is we've been disappointed when we've lost, or disappointed even when we've won and not played well, and these kids have had a pretty good attitude coming into work the next day, and let's get better. So, really, ultimately, having a great record is what we strive to be. But for us, like, we got to win the USA South to get the NCAA tournament. So we got to win enough games in our league to make our conference tournament, and then we got to be playing our best basketball at the end of February to hopefully see what we can do. So
the only non-conference states you have in 216, or you play W&L and Winthrop.
Yeah, both on Monday nights. So. Okay. I think our non-conference schedule is challenging, which I think will have us ready. We've played teams that play different styles, and again, some of that's on purpose, so that hopefully we've seen a similar style to about everybody that we'll see in our league by the time we come around. So when we start playing a team that does some things that Shenandoah does, we can say, hey, remember when we played Shenandoah, they do this, and so instead of it being something brand new or some brand new defensive concepts that you're looking at, it's, remember, this is how we guarded it, this is what we do. So I think we've played a challenging schedule, and I think we've played a lot of teams that play different styles, and that's helped us.
All righty.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.